The SNP's vision for defence in an independent Scotland shows the poverty and insularity of separatist thinking of the Nats, a Tory grandee has said. Sir Michael Fallon, who served as Defence Secretary under former Prime Minister David Cameron, claimed the nationalists hadn't yet started to think this through properly. In the SNP's 2014 White Paper for Independence, the party said they wanted to work towards creating a total of 15,000 regular and 5,000 reserve personnel in the decade following separation across land, air and maritime forces. But Sir Michael said a separate Scottish Defence Force would be small-scale and would undermine the success and power of the British Armed Forces. He said, Britain has the strongest defence forces in Europe and is the fifth biggest defence power in the world. That strength and power, second only to the United States among the democracies, is for the common good. And it's only possible because Scotland and England together, with Wales and Northern Ireland, are so much more than the sum of their parts. Sir Michael also slated the Nats' most recent defence paper, a submission to the Integrated Review of Foreign and Defence Policy in 2020, which calls for a greater focus on regional security in the High North. The SNP paper restated the party's opposition to Trident in an independent Scotland and the creation of an ambassador for hybrid threats who would tackle political influence as well as banning under-18s from serving in the armed forces and joining NATO. Sir Michael said the plan didn't include a single costing for the hundreds of millions of pounds involved in the dismembering of the UK armed forces north of the border. In a direct question to the Nats, he said, that is the question that the separatists must answer. Would all this be really worth it if the result is a much less safe Scotland than today? The Tory grandee, who served as Defence Secretary between 2014 and 2017, said an independent Scotland would minimise its role and influence in the world if it pulled out of UK defence bodies. He hinted that separation would make Scotland small in Europe, stressing they would reduce itself to the likes of Slovakia and Slovenia. Sir Michael highlighted the increasing threats from Iran, China, North Korea and Russia and made clear independence would play into the hands of our adversaries whom he suggested wish us harm. The Tory politician, who left frontline politics in 2019, added, there's no pricing in the SNP's policy for the millions to be spent on reorganising and rebasing each of our armed forces.
Queen Margrethe II to bring Karen Blixen's image creating worlds to life in Netflix film.